Hello there, fellow space captains. It's Connor, and welcome back to another Dreadnought ship overview. And today we're going to be taking a look at another hero ship. Yes, we are. And that would be the Kali, which is a Koche class tactical cruiser. This, usually I start off with impressions on how the thing looks visually and just general impressions of this ship, or whatever ship I'm doing an overview for. But this thing, it looks like a big potato. A big brown space potato. You can see it, can't you? You can indeed. But yeah, this thing, it's a weird looking ship. Do you know those things in, what's it called, Ghost in the Shell? Like the robots? Those things? It kind of looks like one of those, one of the police bots. And, that's pretty cool. But on to gameplay, this is the easiest ship in the game to actually get through levels with, to increase your rank. Mostly because healing in this game just rewards you with a crap ton of points and XP to a ludicrous amount. I mean, you'll see whenever I get into the game, if I'm able to get into a game, the amount of just XP you get if you do well in this. Hopefully I'll be the only healer, and even if I'm not, I'll still do quite a lot of healing. But yeah, this is one of the best ships, if not the best ship, to actually rank up with, to just grind out XP. So, right, this of course is a hero ship, so I can't change the customization at all. It is all locked, but with that I might get something that requires a higher rank to actually unlock. But seeing how it's a hero ship, I don't have to do that, so rank 26. And there's something right off the, something. Damn, I forgot what that saying was. Right off the bat, there we go. You need to reach Captain rank 34 to unlock this item. So, that's nice. But let's get underway and actually start taking a look at it. So, it's a healer, of course. It's a attack cruiser. And it's a dedicated healer. So, this heavy repair beam can't actually damage enemies. Not at all. It just heals. And nothing but. And that's really, really cool. Because the amount of healing this thing puts out is quite ridiculous. And you'll see in a moment whenever we do actually, well, I'll say a moment, in about 10 minutes or so, whenever we actually get into the gameplay, how well this thing actually does whenever it's doing its role. So, heavy repair beam. Heavy repair beam turrets feature no offensive capabilities, but are invaluable for repairing allied vessels. They have an amazing range on them, and they're a beam, so fire rate and damage doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, I suppose the healing matters, if you can call that damage. The healing from this beam is just ridiculous, especially whenever you put your power to weapons, or if you have a beam amplifier. This thing will just take up even the Dreadnought in no time at all. Lickety split. It's such an awesome healing beam. And in comparison to the, let me just have a look. I don't think I've actually got a healer set up. No, I do not. Let's have a look here. In comparison to the, where are we? The Aeon, which is also you can do either damage or healing with it, but most people just use it for healing, which is probably recommended. Or the, what is it? Am I blind, or is there the Kataro? This thing will do the most healing out of all of them. Obviously the Kataro can't really do much healing. You can outload it, so it's outfit it so it does heal, but yeah, it's not going to be anything close to the Koche. Right, so yes, this healing beam is, and you'll notice here as well, it's the only real thing you have apart from the repair pod that does heal. And it doesn't matter, it's not going to actually, the repair pod I could do without it, because this beam is just ridiculous. You'll spend most of your time just using this for healing. So, next we have light machine guns, which are exactly as they sound. They're light machine guns. They don't do a tremendous amount of damage, but they do have a pretty damn good fire rate. So, light machine gun turrets feature limited damage output, but come with high rates of fire and moderate range. So, of course, these are for defending yourself, but honestly, if I have nothing to heal and somebody's within range, I will start hitting them just so I can get a bit of support points. They're not even support points, offensive points for this. So, not only am I getting points for healing, but I'm also getting points for doing a little bit of damage, which is nice. So, it doesn't really matter, honestly. I don't really mind whatever I have in my secondary slot here. As long as it can do a little bit of damage, I'm fine. But I suppose the light machine gun's a good backup weapon when you need it. Next, we have the stasis beam. This does exactly what it sounds like as well. see all these abilities here. They've all got very, very nice names, don't they? Very descriptive. So what this does is locks the enemy in place wherever your heavy beam is aimed at. Even if you're aiming at an enemy ship, which you cannot damage, you'll still see the little grey targeting line. And that will, of course, if you have this ability activated, stop the enemy in their tracks. So let's read it, and then we'll get through the actual little bit of info at the bottom. This module makes your beam weapon slow your target's movement capabilities. Built off House Overon's Rev 2 repair beam, Sinley Bay Black Market Mortars turned the damage beam into a where do you think you're going beam. The Mark 6 stasis beam amplifier pushes all reactor power to the ship's beam weapon, transforming it into a powerful stasis beam that causes little damage but drastically slows enemy movement, and you'll be doing no damage with this thing at all because you're in the crochet. The unfortunate drawback being that the boost in power drains reactor energy, making the ship vulnerable for a short time. So, yes, it's a very simple weapon, or, well, module to understand. It depletes your energy. The ability lasts for 10 seconds, which is long enough to actually have a little Corvette focused down by allied fire or something, if they're paying attention. And the cooldown is 60 seconds, so this thing's more, let's say a Corvette has tried to kill you and hasn't succeeded, and he's trying to pull away and, just disappear if he has the cloaking device or whatever fitted onto his ship. This will stop him in his tracks, allowing your team members who supposedly will be able to back you up to take him out and get him out of the game, at least until he respawns, at least. So this is useful, and it's a nice deterrent for enemy Corvettes thinking, I'm just going to go around and here and just kill this guy each and every time. Whereas with the emergency evac, they're going to feel a lot of the time if you're paying attention to what's going on around you. And whenever they do try to pull off so they can come back around again and hit you another time, or at least try to get you another time, or the next time, just stop them in their tracks. And, well, you can't actually switch over to your light machine guns, okay? You have to have your beam weapon actually targeting the guy and activated to actually stop them for 10 seconds. So it is nice if you've got an ally there backing you up and able to actually pick him off. Next we have the repair pod, which is very, very simple to understand. It's a little pod that you shoot out. It goes out to, I'm not really sure of the distance. It doesn't fly that far away. But you can have two of them up at a time. And usually by the time you're getting your second one up, your first is almost about to drop off. So the radius for the heals is about 600 meters. The lifetime of this thing is 60 seconds, and the cooldown is 30 seconds. So, my mistake. You can have two of these things up for 30 seconds each. Or no, 60 seconds. I'm getting myself confused here. Whenever you pop the first one up, it'll last 60 seconds, obviously. But whenever you pop your second one up, the first one, if you're just popping them up right off cooldown, will only last for 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds, you'll be putting another one up if you're actually paying attention to your cooldown timers. So it's nice. It says its heal per pulse there is about a fifth of the bar or something like that. It doesn't really heal a lot, but a little bit is better than none, and it is effective for healing yourself. But again, I don't really think it really needs this to add to its healing, because what with the emergency evac, and we'll get to that in a moment, this thing saves your ass most of the time, allowing your ship to automatically start repairing itself and get your hull points back up to full health again, which is nice. So the repair pod, it's the one weakness I would say this ship has, honestly. Seeing how you can't actually change the loadouts or customize the modules or officer briefings, I would say the repair pod isn't really needed. And you might be saying, but it's a healing ship, surely all the heal it can do is better than none. Well, you haven't seen the healing the heavy repair beam does, and if you have, well then you know how much fun this thing is and how easy it is to actually grind through the ranks. Next we have Overclocked Pulse, and what this does in short is resets, or well, reduces the amount of time for your modules to cool down. So as it says there, the status effect is shortens cooldown times. It targets yourself, of course, and allies. It has a 3,000 meter radius, so quite large there for an ability like this, and the ability lasts for 10 seconds with a cooldown of 160 seconds. So this will pretty much, after you pop the Overclocked Pulse, it will reset or cool down your stasis beam, your emergency evac, your repair pod. It doesn't work on itself though, which is, it's to be expected. But it is nice. It's nice. It's very, very useful for me, in fact, whenever I want to get emergency evac off cooldown as quickly as possible, just in case the enemy team has two sneaky little Corvette bastards. This is a nice thing to have. And I find myself using it quite a lot. It is a nice ability, so yeah, you'll come to understand how useful it is when you actually play it, or whenever I actually get into a battle here. Next, and lastly, for the modules, we have Emergency Evac, the best and probably the ability you're going to be using the most in this thing, or the module. I keep saying ability. When I say ability, what I mean, folks, is module. So what this does is boosts your ship forward and then completely cloaks it. There's not a little blurb of jelly, like clear jelly you can see, you know, like you would with the Corvettes or anything. This thing is completely invisible. You can't even see it. So yeah, status effect, cloaks your ship, boosts movement speed. Targets yourself, of course, you can only use it on yourself. And the ability duration is 15 seconds, which is long enough to get yourself out of the enemy's line of fire and any little Corvettes off you, as well as to kickstart your self-heal. As well as, well, it's just a nice ability, and it takes 20 seconds to cool down, so this thing is meant to be used as much as possible. As much as you need it, really. So, yep, that's all the modules. Let's move on to our officer briefings. The first one we have is Retaliator, which is a communications type little thingamajig. Officer briefing. So the perk type is an active one. The activation trigger is whenever your shields take damage, and the effect when active is reduces module cooldown. So shorter module cooldowns are always a good thing. I mean, you've got your Overclocked Pulse as well, so this is a nice little thing to have. Just in case you've used that and your emergency evac is still on cooldown, it can save your ass. Just put your power to shields, and whenever they're firing at you and taking down your shields, then you'll be able to pop emergency evac a lot more quickly. Next we have Weapons 101, which is a passive perk, and it just increases your damage by plus 6.5%, which is nice for your beam. So that does actually affect your repair beam, and same with the Ion or the what is it called? I can't remember, but you know what I'm talking about. Next we have Engine Rigor. It's an active type perk. The active condition is whenever you set power the engines, and the effect when active is that it gives you 100% movement speed, but it also increases energy consumption by plus 75%. So quick boost to power to engines there, but it doesn't last that long. It is nice. I would usually use this thing whenever I get emergency evac, whenever I've enabled it, and I'm trying to get as far away from the enemy who just attacked me as possible. Then just power the engines and boost yourself on out of there. Just fly on out of there. It's nice. Next and lastly, for the officer briefings, we have the Adrenaline Shot. So it's an active type perk. The activation trigger is be healed or heal another, which you're going to be doing quite a lot. And what happens is that you gain energy. Now this is where it gets cool. Because this thing does so much healing, I find myself a lot of the time whenever I do need to put power to weapons just to amplify and increase the amount of healing output, that because I have Adrenaline Shot, that the amount of energy being drained is so minuscule and so minute that you can just do so much massive amount of boosted healing that you'll be top of the scoreboard every time if you know what you're doing. And that's it. That's the Kali. It's a simple ship to understand. It looks like a giant potato, the space potato, I think I'll call the video. And, well, how about we get ourselves into a game?
I'll scan the feeds and find you a job.
You do that, and I'll have a little sip of tea. Okay, so here we are in a game. Just need to pick the ship and wait for the countdown timer to drop before we are stuck in with some capital ship action. So there we go. Right, now this gives me a little bit of time to talk about this thing. Excuse me, tea's repeating on me for some reason. Went 4 against 5. Well, I had to make it fair, didn't I? I mean, I'm in the Kali, so we would have to be handicapped quite a bit. But anyway, yes, this is the ship that has got me up to rank 25 from at least rank 18. You get it whenever you buy the larger, is it mercenary package or something? And, well, honestly, I wouldn't say it's, for me anyway, it is the best hero ship, just because of the amount of use I've got out of it. it has pushed me so far ahead in XP that I'm able to actually take a look at the larger ships, such as the Monarch. Right, so that is quite loud. Sorry about this. Just give me a second to lower it. Hurt my ears a little bit. There we go. You know what, actually, hold on. Why did I do that when I can just turn my fucking headset down? There we go, that's better. So, give me a little bit of a chance to think there. Just watch this healing beam. Nah, that's just normally, right? Haven't even put power to weapons or anything. That's just normally. Let's look at the enemy team. What have they got? A Corvette now. Where is that little stinker? He's around here. Dude, what are you doing? Power to weapons. Get a repair pod off there. Try my best to keep this guy up. Be helpful if I was aiming at him, I have to admit. And you know what? That little Corvette's around here somewhere, and I'm not liking this so far. There he is, yep. Is it him? No, it's somebody else. Dude, I know you're a big ship, but please don't just sit out like that there. I need to heal others as well, not just you. Just look at how fast that heals him. And look at the points. 10, 10, 10, 10. And look, powers are still set to weapons. It's not draining as fast as it usually is it? No, it is not. Right, take power off weapons there, and that gobshite just got himself killed. What do you expect, jumping right over to the enemy frickin' team? So IQ points aren't on our team's side to begin with here. If I can keep this guy healed up, then, well, at least that's something. So, look, there's the guy in the enemy team, Ethan. He's got 2 kills already. Or no. Well, look, they've got 210 points. Oh shit, not even paying attention. Corvette. Not going to show you the stasis beam just yet. It would have been pointless. Giving my position away if this guy isn't even paying attention to what's going on around him. Spatial awareness, people. It's the most important thing in video games, especially online ones. If you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, then what's the point?
Starting recharge now.
Back off here. The Corvette's going in for him. He's not paying attention, is he? And if he was paying attention, I could hit him with the stasis beam like I've done. It's too late, he's dead. So yeah, not the best team, is it? But I'm probably going to come out of this with the highest score. Which is kind of cheap, actually, when you do think about it. There's a lot of people that do incredibly well in Corvettes, snipers, Dreadnoughts, destroyers, and yet there's somebody just sitting at the back with a beam pointed at somebody, their cursor crosshair pointed at an allied ship, and all they do is hold down a button and that's it. Move around from time to time, but it's not really warranted the vast majority of the time. You can just sit here like this, pressing a couple of keys, as well as a mouse button, and just keep these fellas healed. And you're rewarded for it. Which is the reason I don't really like the idea of support ships in games like this. You know, capital ship action and these large warships in space. Because it just doesn't fit in right. Well, that's for me personally. You could all have a different opinion, which is, you know, fine. Everyone has their own opinions. As long as you're not hurting somebody else or interfering with somebody, then that's fine. Oh, Corvette to me again. It's going over. Oh shit, he knows I'm here. Let's heal this guy up before I get killed. Bring him up to full, which shouldn't take actually that long. That Aeon, it has nothing on the Koche or the Kali. This is more about the Kali than the Koche. I do have it. I've unlocked it, of course, at rank 25, and I will be making a separate video on it with probably the best, I don't know, healing loadout, dedicated healing loadout. Even if you really don't need anything else other than just the normal heavy repair beam, you really don't. Now, I'm sorry about this game. It would appear that my team are a bunch of lemons. And honestly, my team has been a bunch of lemons in the few games I've played. So again, it's come down to that old excuse from me. It's been so bad lately that I'll have to upload whatever one I'm currently on now. Because honestly, it's 3 AM, 4 AM, and I'm tired. And I just can't be bothered with it anymore. Waiting to have a couple of team members that don't completely... Well, I was going to say something very insulting there, but I'll refrain from it. I'll refrain. That could be new. You never know. Not entirely sure if there's decent matchmaking in this game. I kind of don't expect it nowadays. That the matchmaking's any good in video games. Bring them up. Keep bringing them up. That's it. Keep the healing going. There we go. Guardian as well. Look at that score. 1750. And all we're doing is pointing our cursor at somebody. I mean, I suppose that's all you do as well in the assault ships, the offensive ones. Point your cursor at a red ship and fire at them. Engage my little escape thing again. Just completely forgot what it was actually called. Oh, we're catching up. Good stuff, guys. Come on, keep it up. So while I'm just sitting here doing nothing, pointing my beam at somebody, on our team we have me, of course, in the Calais. We have Stocky 142, Zombie 0, Sneehorn, and Zadok. On the enemy team we have I'm playing naked, brilliant. Palero, Ethan, Stormforged, and Recoms. So there we go. Hello guys, and sorry for saying you're all not that good, but honestly, it's just been a rough night of Dreadnought. It's just been a rough night lately. Trying to get decent games than anything, if I'm honest. Which is why up until about a few days ago, there was no videos for about a week or two. Just couldn't be bothered with the banging my head off the wall constantly, or my desk, in pure anger. Oh dear. Oh, it was nothing. I just heard somebody behind me firing, and I instinctually buggered off as quickly as my little ship's potato thrusters would carry. Oh dear. That wasn't a good idea, was it, dude? No, I don't advise that at all. Come on, the closer we are, of course, the more healing it does. The further away you are, the less healing it does until you get to a certain range. Seems to be like 1.5k, 1.6k meters away. Emergency evac engaged. We're being fired on. See how we're completely invisible? Even I can't see the ship. But of course, if they're firing on you, then there will be damage effects, which they can see. If you bang into somebody, then you'll see the shield. We'll just do it with this here guy for the moment. Oh, he was taken down. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. Notice how the shield appears whenever you're banging off an enemy or allied ship. Come on. Damn it. Ah. So I've still got the highest score. There's an enemy team member, Ethan. He's got 8 kills and 1 assist. And honestly, he should have more. I know it's an easy way to get up, and some people like the idea of there being an exploit in the game that allows them to rank up a lot faster. And healers should, of course, be rewarded, but I think you do get way too much for what you're doing. There's too many people that just want to play a healer because it's so easy to actually get XP, and that's not a problem, actually. in the sense that people are wanting to play healers. I mean, in a lot of games you actually have to encourage people to play supports or heroes. Or heroes, derp. Healers. But in this here, it's not done for the right reasons. It's done more or less because you get more XP. I'm not sure if that was an intentional decision on the developer's side or the designer's side, but it's, you know, it's fine. Use it while it's there, because honestly I think it might be reduced a little bit in the future. Maybe some nerfing to come. Don't jump out again, dude. Dude, you're not that bright, are you, Sneehorn? Where is he? He's at the bottom of our team list. Ah, Sneehorn, if you're watching this, dude, don't do that. See, if I wasn't here healing him, that destroyer, the Gore, would have actually destroyed him. And he's in a smite Dreadnought. That shouldn't happen. Flyer repair point. You'll notice that I've probably only deployed 2 of these things. The healing is just so minuscule that it doesn't really feel worth it. Little Autos Corvette there. Let's stop him in his tracks. So we've engaged the... There we go, he's down. I helped, you see. I helped. I did something useful. Engage Overclocked Pulse. Not just for my benefit, but for my allies as well.
Fusion reactor is overheating, putting energy system offline. We're getting killed out here. Firing up.
Oh, they've got a Monarch. That's not good. Where is everybody? I'm getting kind of distracted here. There's too many ships around me. Monarch is not a ship you want to be going anywhere near. Anywhere close to, at least. Ah, damn it. Well, at least I'm trying my best to keep my team members up. 20th. That is ridiculous. Come on. Look at the amount of XP I have already. Or score, I suppose I should call it. 3 deaths, 0 kills, 0 assists. I mean, look at Stocky142. Look at all the effort he's putting in here. 8 kills, 3 deaths, 5 assists. Same with Zadok and the rest of my team as well as their team. They're doing incredibly well, and yet their XP is not even close to mine. The closest is Palero on the enemy team. Let's get ourselves into combat as quickly as possible, and it's actually becoming quite a bit of a close match. 2 more kills and we win, and 3 more for them. Come on, Stocky, I'm going to try my best to get as close to you as possible. Even get this little bit of a boost off emergency evac. Still out of range. Damn it. Ah, 2 kills each, come on. We can do this, guys.
Systems depleted, Captain. We've taken the lead, Captain.
Oh, 1 more kill, come on. Oh, nope, nope, you're not getting me, you're not getting me.
We've lost our lead.
Recharging generator.
I am so out of here. Oh, 1 kill either side. Damn it. The problem is, though, that missiles still auto-track on. I should have mentioned that earlier. They still do track on to you and follow you, which is a problem. I'm not even sure. That sounds like a bug to me, because honestly, whenever a ship completely disappears off the radar, missiles shouldn't be able to actually lock on. And there we go.
Recharging generator.
Say hello to YouTube, everyone. Nah, fuck it. Can't be bothered typing it for someone just to say, you suck, self-promotion. Well, of course. Who else is going to promote me? Almost ranked up as well. So there you go, guys. Let's head back to the outpost here whenever it'll let me. So, yep, got the most XP there. Most score. If that's what you do want to call it. 4K. Closest was I'm Playing Naked with 12 kills. 12 fucking kills. And 3 assists. His KD is 3.0. Right? and I get about 500 more than him. That's ridiculous. Oh dear, Space Potato. You OP, bruh. So there she is. She's a bit of a beast of a ship. She really is. But you know what? I love her all the same. Don't forget, guys, if you do want to support the channel, then you can check out the Patreon below. Or, yes, it would be I would appreciate it immensely, as things are a bit, well, hectic here at the moment, and it would help me in continuing to churn out videos on a more regular basis. So, thank you all very much for watching. If you have any questions about the ship, then just ask below, and I will try my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. And have fun out there in space doing whatever it is you actually do in space. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.